This morning we said watch for 2700 area today on the S&P. It was a 130 plus point drop from the high of the day. Stay tuned and I'll show you how we did that. Okay, this is the review for Monday, March 9th. We're looking at the S&P 500 and I just have a really simple 10-minute chart right here. Let's go back. We're looking at prediction points, of course. The blue lines are the CPs, that's a critical price, and the orange lines are our key prices. Moral of the story is blue lines are more important than orange lines. Market's going to move from blue lines to blue lines and use the orange lines along the way. Okay, Friday, we closed right here. And then we gapped down and traded all the way down to this 2830 CP that we had right here. But notice before that we came down here, back up here, use this within the tick or two right here. Used it to the tick right there, within a tick or two right there, and then dropped from there. And this was the halt price at 28.19. That was the limit down. And they held the trading here pretty much all night. That's pretty much how that went. So this morning, let me pull up our live trade signals and show you what that looked like. So this morning we said, don't get trapped long, could limit down again and halt. And then watch for any bounce and look for opportunities to get short, but be smart. And we're talking with traders who are good traders, making, six figures a month. And so, a number of them. And some of them are not quite to that level. But there were 13,000 more contracts on offer, so a gap down was really inevitable. It was going to happen. And then basically, so watch what happens here. We say in the pre-market walkthrough, we said watch for this 2700 area. And then what happened? We gap down again. So this is the open. They trade for a moment. It halts. It opens again. It drops. And then here comes the bounce. They bring it all the way back up to this halt price. They tried pretty hard up here. This did end up selling off about 45 points or something from up there. So they did try for a while, but then there was some more bouncing. And right here at 2830, look for weakness if it gets up there. That's 2830. And if we switch this actually to a 5-minute chart, you'll notice that once we traded up here the first time, we traded up here, pulled back, traded up. They probed up above there just a little bit, likely a stop run up above here, and then came down, used that within one tick, and then off to the races. So from 2830, the target was down to 2700. And it was just off to the races. And you could see how it used all these prices along the way. It came down, came back up, came down, came up, came down, came up. It's brilliant stuff. And then they put in a bottom here. So far, the bottom there's 26.95 quarter. So we said watch this 2700 area. Specifically, we had this price at 05 half. And they came through that just a little bit. This is actually for Tuesday's prices, but they came through that a little bit to this 2700 area and bounced up from there about 45 points, 47 points. So I don't know how many of these you got to get from 2700 to 47 or from 2830 down to 2700. That's a 130 point trade. But that's what we're doing here in the live trade signals. Pretty much mapping out the whole thing ahead of time. And there's all these guys saying it's too fast, they can't trade it. All these online forums, and they're talking about how the market's unpredictable and they just can't trade it and no one can make money in this. Okay. Well, you probably don't come tell the people in the live trade signals because they're making money. And it's really just, it's remarkable what this market is doing here. So let's look real quick. I want to jump over here and look at the box because I know a number of you have it, and some of you are new to it and figuring out how to use it. So I'm not going to go into any of this. I mean, there was a sell signal from the gap down. I'm not going to pretend like you traded that. Maybe you got short, maybe you didn't. I have no idea. I'm not going to talk about that. So right here, this moved 20 points from here to there. Oh, sorry, not 20 points. This moved about 11 points. So about 11 points from here to there. Now here's what you don't want to do. You don't want to get chopped up in this. So when it's doing this and it's choppy, don't get chopped up in it. So when it does something like this, one of the things I tell people is look for these swing highs and swing lows. So here's a swing high, and then you got to, for me, I'm going to pick a direction. So there's your swing high right there. And then we come down and we don't get back up above here. We don't actually get out of the box for a buy signal. And then that comes all the way down here. This thing came from 2,800 down to 2,791. So that went 9 points. So not like this is a terrible losing trade or something. It was up 9 points at one point. And then it came back up above here and gave you the buy signal. And, but it isn't, you got to watch for this up here. And there was a lot of opportunity. If you got long here, and immediately we retrace back down to here to the bottom of the box and come back up here, basically to the top of the box. Just the biggest thing about this is that you want to manage your losses. So you don't want to over manage your trades, but you also don't want to just carelessly, recklessly turn winners into losers. So then this came down here and gave you a sell signal, which was not a great sell signal given that we aren't pushing back below here and we're putting in a high right here that's higher than that high. So just want to break that down a little bit. Comes back down here. There's your sell signal. We're above really all of this swing right here, so not great. And then this comes up, tries, but can't close up above over here. And that's important to note. And then it ends up coming down. Still not getting down here below this over here. Coming back up. Can't get up above over here. Come down. And then can't get back up over. And then we get the sell-off. So even if you took this, I mean, if you just traded blindly, this one was up 12 points. That was up 9 points right here. And then let's just call these 8-point losses. So you'd have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 40 points. And if you can't handle that, then you can't trade these settings. Or you can just go, okay, this isn't working. I'm going to wait till it breaks out, and then I'm going to start hitting it in that trend. And I would have been hard-pressed to try it over and over and over long again today. I mean, honestly. So then this actually eventually does sell off from all the way from 99 down here, about 25 points on that. And by the way, almost every one of these was in profit to some degree, even if it was only... I mean, that one was in profit about 5 points. This one was in profit about 3 points. This one was in profit about 4 points. So a lot of these at least were moving in your direction. And if it isn't going to keep working, you just got to get out and wait for the next trade. Here's the long that actually really was great from 82 all the way up to, it topped out over here at 36, so a little over 50 points on that run up. And then here's your short, and this is why I said this thing loves trending markets. So there's your short from 28.1150, and it goes all the way down here to 27.34. That's 80 points. That's $4,000 per contract. And then this one ended up going from 48 to 69. That's 20 points. And then this one from 55 all the way down here to 28. So 20, 30 points on that one. And then again, these are the kinds of markets you have to look out for. You got to watch out for. Is it chopping back and forth? Is it chopping around? So here's a low. You're looking at these swings. So here's a swing low. And then here's a swing high. And then we come down. Yes, you have this, but you got to go back a little bit. You got to look a little bit further back on the chart. Where does it really need to come back to? Well, it would really need to come take that out to start moving lower. So there's your first buy signal, and that one went from 63 up to 71. So that one moved 8 points in your favor. Another sell signal right here from 55 to 50, so that was about 5 points. And then this one went from 63 to 75. That one went 12 points. And this one came down. There's your sell signal at 55 down to 48.50. So 7 points, something like that. And then this one gave you the buy signal right here from 63 up to, that one went 8. That one went 5 points. This one didn't go much at all from 55 to 50. Oh, that one also went 5 points. And then this one from 63 and got all the way up to here at 86. So there's 23 points. And then this one sold off here from 75 all the way down here to 20. That's 55 points. This one went from 34 up to 53, nearly 20 points. And then there was your sell signal and then a buy signal. And then that's actually an active buy signal right now. And we're in the Globex session. A huge day on the box. One contract pulls out $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 on those trades. It's just phenomenal. So I'll put a link below here where you can go sign up for the live trade signals, and you can sign up for the box. Either one of those. You don't really need both of them. I would just do one or the other. And Key Turns is a really great addition to the box. And I'll put the links here below the video, and you can go sign up for that. And if you're in the live trade signals, well, then we'll see you in the morning.